Okay guys, sorry, got cut off on the last part of question 10. The most important thing I've learned so far about communicating with others. I had started to answer this. I'm just going to start all over. I'll probably repeat a couple of things, but that's fine. The most important thing I've learned so far about communicating with others is how everyone is so different in their communication styles, I should say. That pretty much is a given, I think, but this really hits home to me with my kids again. I know I've hit on my kids a lot throughout this semester, whether it be on the discussion board or just to Mr. Schnakis itself. Did I say that right? Schnakis? I'm not sure, but sorry if not. It's crazy to think how different, we have 6 kids, like I said before. It's crazy to think how different each of them communicate with their dad and I. It's, you never really realize how you take their different communication levels and styles and react to them until you're in a class like this and you really learn a lot about communication. It's really opened my eyes a lot to how I need to be more patient with my children, how I need to really have in the back of my mind when I am talking with my kids that just because Jacob, for instance, communicates on this level doesn't mean that our other son, Jaden, will communicate like that, or that our daughter Macy or McKenna is going to communicate in that same way. They all communicate so different. It is crazy to think of that and realize that, but that is the case. And this class has really made me realize that first and foremost, and to try to take a step back and really listen and realize that, you know, just because one can get their point across easily, that doesn't mean that the other one is going to be able to. So for that, I am thankful that I've learned that through this course. I try really hard to keep that in the back of my mind now when we are talking with the kids about whatever an issue or school or just life in general, and try to remember that and not get frustrated with them because they're having a hard time getting their point across, or they're just having a hard time communicating altogether. Like I said, each person, child, everyone is so different in the way they communicate, including myself. I communicate totally different than my husband does. You just need to realize that, take a step back, listen, realize, and always keep that in the back of your mind that everybody is different when it comes to communication. And just because they are different doesn't mean necessarily they're wrong, or just because I communicate in a different way doesn't mean that I'm right. Communication has so many different levels, and there's so many different ways to communicate to each other that it's all just as important as the other. So that's really all I have for these 3 questions. I welcome all of your feedback and would love to hear what you have to say, and hope that you've all enjoyed this class as much as I have. And I look forward to interacting with, I believe it's 3 others in our group for this communication assignment. So I've said quite a few times now. It's also made me realize that I say a lot. I'm trying to work on that as well. Anyway, I hope you all have a great night, and I do look forward to interacting with you all through this assignment. Thank you.